Welcome back, everybody. This is Rusty again. We are continuing on with Call of Cthulhu, Chapter 6, The Hawkins Mansion. Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place, where Dr. Filler reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. It's a squid. Or an octopus. Or a kraken.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Oh, Pierce always needs to drink. Alright. October 28th, 1924. Hawkins Manor. I finally reached the stairs that lead to the first floor of the Riverside Institute, but on the way I inhaled some gas that was leaking from a damaged pipe and I passed out. I remember Bradley, alive? Really? Who was talking to me, and I came to in the Hawkins mansion. I must understand what I'm doing here and what happens next. Alright, 3 character points. Let's do psychology, investigation, and elegance. How's my sanity looking? I'm shaken. And apparently having nightmares. Oh, I've only had 4 mental traumas? Alright, so that was my dream in the beginning. That was when Bradley died. That was the Institute. That was Francis Sanders dying. Looks like I skipped one. Well, dodged 1 bullet. 1 for 4.
That is, you're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I don't have enough medicine.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on it.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
That's just insulting. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Oh. Stay prudent. Confront her with the truth. So, let's back up a little bit. To my knowledge, Bradley died. So we were here in the Hawkins mansion. We followed a cultist into an underground labyrinth lair, cave, tunnel system, whatever. Interrupted a ritual. After that, I was knocked out in a tunnel. Woke up in the Riverside Institute. He is still alive, which means that that last chapter might not have happened. Actually happened, and I might be delusional. Or deluding it, or I don't know, maybe I was in the Riverside Institute with that hallucination gas before or during that episode and hallucinated it, which would lead to the question of when was I put into the Riverside Institute. I investigated the warehouse. Bradley found me, and since he's all buddy-buddy with me now, that most likely means that he did not take me to the Riverside Institute, because he took me up here to the mansion. So even if I was injured somehow in the mansion, I was put into basically a psych ward. So what did I see in the mansion? Now, going through one of the hallways upstairs, I did see a flashing figure, or a figure that flashed up in one of the hallways. So I can't quite say that I am 100% there mentally as a character.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
This will affect my destiny.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
How did I end up there last time?
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Well, you died. Alright. Let's see, this is the type of game that gives me new items after I've been here before and checked everything.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Alright. Talk to the Sanders widow. The Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. It's undeniable. The widow didn't tell me everything. I haven't been to the widow's yet. But her house speaks for her. Everything began with Francis Sanders' obsession with the Shambler, an exceptional painting in more ways than one. In theory, Francis Sanders was a renowned art collector. I must question his widow, Irene Sanders, to know more about his links with Sarah Hawkins and discover the identity of the visitor he talked about before he died. No new CP points? Alright, I'm guessing I leave. There we go. Chapter 6, The Sanders Residence. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to resolve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow: Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Alright, so Kat has already been talking with her. She already knows of her husband's death.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
That didn't go well.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it,
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Well, that didn't work. That didn't go well. Breviary on Medicine. The second volume in this series covers everything from gas gangrene to trench nephritis. In addition to the precise and detailed study, the book presents some avant-garde theories. The incredible complexity of this book reserves it for the medical experts. Thank you. Anything else that's good? Sanders, don't mind. I'm just gonna walk around, loot your home. That's probably the room Cat was in. Hello again. Did I just walk past you?
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
An audio recording that Francis Sanders left for his wife, Irene. Oh, I happen to know where a phonograph was. Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go. Oh, she's gonna love this.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Yeah, that's the only one I've got. Oh, getting closer. Oh, there she is.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Amerindian. The Whale and the Cod. The Whale and the Cod, or a Brief History of Darkwater, by Erwin Greenmouth. It is focused on the past glory of the island.
I could use one of those.
I found these sleeping pills in the Sanders house. They were prescribed were they prescribed to Francis Sanders or Irene?
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins.
Okay, you just loaf.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Key to the Sanders Gallery. Dissertation on an anatomical question. It is the work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. Would you read the book? I can't see the title, but yeah, why not? Malleus Bestiarium, Volume 2. It is kind of a encyclopedia of monsters and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. So there's that symbol he was reading, or scratching on the wall. It's a shame I can't read anything. I can't be good. Occultism.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
All right. So this is the gallery. Okay. Yeah. Great. Man, he really liked his sacrificial daggers.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. The public entrance to the gallery.
Oh, great. Lamp oil, place to hide.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
So that one has the elder sign on it from the book that was being scratched on the wall. That's the first one I've seen with that. We got more lamp oil. Oh, that can't be good. So we got a place to hide, lamp oil. And the Shambler. Yeah, that can't be good. well, I'm probably gonna die pretty quick here. Game saved.
What the hell was that?
Alright, so where am I in the gallery? I am there. Oh yeah, it's coming. Ah! Why can't I run? Where's that dagger?
That maybe.
Oh. All right. All right.
What the hell was that?
So examine the Shambler. Oh man. So I need to hide. So it is invisible. All right. Where's that dagger? See, that wasn't the dagger with the Elder Sign.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Gonna use it? How do I use it? Alright, so I can't stab it.
What the hell was
Alright.
that?
So I have no prompt to stab it. Alright, so I can't stab it. What can I stab? It knows where I'm at. Yeah, you know I'm here, don't you? Yeah, you know exactly where I'm at. I'm dead. Alright.
What the hell was that?
Alright, how do I crouch? Come on, crouch again. There we go. Alt. Do not like lights. Yeah, light doesn't do anything. Alright. So light does nothing.
What the hell was that?
So we need to go this way. Can't see you. You can't see me. Everybody's happy. You know, I don't think you're even following me. Where are you? All right.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Okay, let's go that way. Come on, painting. Oh, yeah. Take that, Shambler. Oh, thank you, Lovecraft books. That can't be good.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I don't have enough.
I was attacked by a
cultism.
creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Was everybody in the gallery? Oh. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. That was Chapter 6. Next time, we will continue with Chapter 7, The Nameless Bookstore. Take it easy, everyone.